Maybe an obvious tension here is between the developer velocity versus data quality control. So if you're asking the data producer, those software engineers to have additional checks, then you're potentially slowing down their development because then now they're going to have to spend time to talk to downstream team. So how are you thinking about this tension? Are you saying that slow is fast?
Yeah, so I think there's a few interesting things that are kind of happening here. The first is, yes, we are saying that culturally, if you want data to be an important part of your organization, if you have business critical data use cases like ML, AI, analytics, and so on and so forth, if this is important to you, then you have to treat data like it is any other part of the product, right? It needs to have SLAs, it needs to have clear ownership, there should be APIs, and sort of a data contract is really the mechanism through which you create that level of accountability. And anytime you add accountability into a system, or you add more testing, or you add more governance, you are going to slow down. And this is what we saw with DevOps. It's what we saw with sort of quality control, shifting left back to software engineers, becoming responsible for unit testing and integration testing and things like that. And while in the beginning, this was perceived as a cost burden on the developers, it's like, well, why do I have to write my own unit tests? Why do I have to write my own integration tests? Can't someone just do that for me? Well, the answer is yes, theoretically they could. A centralized team could look at your code, write the unit test or the integration test on your behalf, but this takes a tremendous amount of time. It becomes a cost center, and eventually it makes you go slower because now all code has to pass through this small group of people that act as a bottleneck to value and to deployment versus simply having every engineer being responsible for their own quality. So I think that's something that's important for executives to understand. Like, if we're going to take data seriously and make it as a part of our business strategy, then we need to focus on the velocity of data products. How quickly are we shipping out new things that make the business money?